Now, I will tell you that given the size of the deficit and given where our economy is at, wanting to balance the budget in the short term is something I don't agree with. I think that the economic shock of doing that would be profound and would harm us more in the long run. So I'm just going for a reasonable approach. Get the deficit under control. Get it down so it doesn't go above 50% of GDP over the course of the next decade. But to do that, we've got some tough choices to face. And let me also say that the public rather clearly is on the side of the deficit's a problem. There's 80, 90% of people say it's something that we ought to address. It's constantly one of the refrains that Congress, we balance our own family budget, which in many cases isn't true, but I'll leave that aside for the moment. How come Congress can't do that? And it's a big focus of it. So the question is, what do we want to do about it? And that's where we have a problem. I am missing one of my handy-dandy little charts, which is a pie chart, which shows you where the federal government spends its money. But 58% of it goes to mandatory programs. That's Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, unemployment insurance, federal employees, basically that basket. Another 38% goes to so-called discretionary programs, which is defense, education, research, infrastructure. So that's basically where we spend our money. So if you want to look at this logically, what should we do about it? Well, by and large, people don't support raising taxes, which I'll get to in a second. This poll isn't that helpful. But there is considerable opposition to raising taxes in general. You can occasionally get people to express support for raising taxes if you can convince them that those taxes are only going to be raised on somebody else. But even then, it gets a little squishy because people are very quickly convinced that you're lying to them. That you may say that you're only raising taxes on other people, but it's coming back to them. So